Well, welcome to another exciting episode of Mr. Wallet Teaches You to Build. Today is a special day because we're here on site with one of my current projects. We are installing a porch roof. It's just a simple shed roof going over this porch. We've already done all the beam work and we've got about half of the rafters up. In my previous videos, we talked about how to lay out your rafters and how to cut your rafters. Now next step is installing them. So we've got about half of them in. I have a rafter cut and prepped that's ready to go, and I wanted to show you just the process of setting this up and installing these. Now this can be done with one person, works better with two. You add a third person to cut and not as many trips up and down the ladder, it's even better. Okay, so first thing, remember this is your plumb cut, and for your ridge, this board here acts as our ridge. Normally there's going to be another set of rafters on the other side of it, but since this attaches to the house, it's actually called a ledger. So we're going to attach up to this ledger, and you want to make sure the top of your rafter, there's a couple of things you want to check, and hopefully you did the first one back when you cut this. You want to make sure your crowns are pointing to the sky. You never want to have your crowns down, because remember, when you put the load on this, then it's going to bow further down. You put the bow up, so the crown going up, you put the load on it, it's going to flatten out and be better. Okay, so that's number one thing, crowns up. Second thing is you want the top of your rafter to be flush with the top of your ledger or your ridge board. Okay, then you're going to find your mark, your layout mark, which we've talked about numerous times, and first nail I'm going to put in is a toenail on the top, going diagonally into the ridge board, so make sure you're lined up well. And what that's going to do is, if I just started with toenailing on the side, you're probably going to get your rafter to shift. So now I'm able to hold this steady and I can come back in. And remember, your toenail procedures come up about an inch, and make sure you have it pretty steep. You don't want it 45 degrees, but pretty steep. Make sure you're on your line. Go with 3 nails in this side and 3 nails on the other side. Now remember, safety is very important. Keep your hands away from the firing area and the firing mechanism. Make sure you wear your safety glasses. Now we're going to come down to the other end to our bird's mouth cut. Very similar process. Get it lined up left and right where you want it. And now I'm going to do 2 toenails on both sides because I've got a double header beam here. In most cases you're going to have a top plate, and you can get 2 to 3 nails on each side. So make sure you were lined up. Make sure you have enough nails. That's another thing. Okay, so get your line to this side. Okay, now this particular rafter is installed. It's steady, and we're good. Next step in the process is, once all the rafters are in, we'll measure out, mark our tail cuts, and we'll cut all those, so that'll be our next video.